Boys and girls, we are part way through a transfer window. We've already spent loads of money. We've signed Celtic's best player, and we've still got £30 million to spend. I wish there were still Brazilian wonder kids left to sign, but I think we've already got them all. Right, we've potentially got a good player here. Look, we need it. I was just gonna say we need another defensive midfielder, and there's a 21-year-old German who's just appeared. So we'll let that happen. Right. Yeah, we'll just take this guy. Oh, we've got players off to the Olympics. Does that mean they're going to miss the start of the season? When does the Olympics finish? Because Brazil are probably going to win it. Can we see a schedule? No, not until the matches are announced. That could mean we are without Walter for the first several weeks of the season, potentially. Which is problematic. And we're also collecting a lot of injuries. What's going on here? Do we have a backup goalkeeper apart from King George, I guess? So King George will start the season in goal. Do we like the look of this guy? We don't need another winger, but do we need another winger? I mean, he's good, but we have just... Oh, I forgot we signed Ramos. No, we don't need him. Right. Do we want Nicholas? Who's a Brazilian wonder kid striker? Yes, we do. In answer to that question, yes, we do want him. So I guess we'll try and get him. If we can't get that other one, we may as well get this one. Danny King Walker. Have we tried to sign this guy before? I feel like we have, but we want him as well. We want a striker and a defensive midfielder. How is he not available? I mean, he potentially is available. Do we need a right back? So if we signed him, we'd have to bin off Edson or Valdez. Edson, we want to... Does Edson count as... Has he been here 2 years? No, he hasn't. He's only been here a year. So Edson could be the one we bin off. Because he's now 19 and still not a wonder kid. Or Valdez, who probably isn't going to be starting for us anytime soon, especially if we sign a better centre-back over the top of him. We could move him on without him ever really getting a fair crack of the whip. I mean, should we try? One has to try, doesn't one? 8.4 million. We can do that. Oh, we've already tried before. So I guess the fact that we've already tried before would imply that this guy doesn't want to sign for us. This guy is a winger. Do we need a left winger? Not really. We don't really need it. This is the thing. We don't really need anything. But he is better than everyone we've got. So, and he scored 12 goals last year. Oh. Maybe we'll try for him as well. What's happening here? I wasn't anticipating signing another... Oh, see, these are all players who've already turned us down, I think. So I don't think there's much chance of getting these guys. This is the original batch who turned us down. We are having an injury crisis, though. Yeah, so we can't get him because he doesn't want to join us. This is going to be the thing with all of them, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. Who's this guy? This is the left winger who's on too much money. He'd be the highest paid player at the club. I think he's turning this down. Oh? Oh? Ah. Silvio Vidosevic might be joining us. Right. Right, now this is a situation. Because if we're about to sign a left winger, we don't need Machinaka anymore. So, if we've got the opportunity to sell him at a profit, you could argue that's a sensible thing to do. However, this is where I need the Champions League mock registration. Is he young enough for us to not need to register him for the Champions League this year? That's the question. I mean, if we compare him to that guy we're trying to sign. So, I mean, Machinaka's better in the air. Otherwise, I mean, he's kind of better all round, isn't he? They're the same age. And I think Machinaka is potentially better. What a conundrum. So Vidosevic would be the best player. See, that's not the role I want to compare them in. I want to compare them here. So Vidosevic would be the best one we've got. Machinaka's the 7th best. In there, Vidosevic, I mean, clearly in the positions they're likely to play, there's no argument between the two. It's the new guy. Obviously, the new guy takes up a Champions League spot, whereas Machinaka doesn't. So we wouldn't have to register him this year, and then next year he becomes homegrown at club. So he's got that going for him as well. Let's just see if they'll offer us silly money for him. Like, if they're going to give us 20 million up front, then we might let him go as a fringe player. No, okay. Can't loan him out, because if we loan him out, he doesn't become homegrown at club. As long as you can all assure me he won't need registering for the Champions League, there's no reason not to just keep him as an extra player, a bonus player. Because he's not going to cause problems. The ones that cause problems are the ones that can't get in the Champions League squad. So Machinaka's basically a freebie that we may as well keep around. Oh, we might be able to get this fullback as well. This fullback / centre-back. He does want a release clause, which is not ideal. We'll know before the transfer window closes whether or not Machinaka needs registering or not, because we're going to have to register players for the playoff. So if we get to that point and we have to register him, then I guess we'll just sell him then. If he's 5th or 6th choice in various positions. How many DMs do we have? Not enough. While we're trying to sign one. Right, Kai Pfeiffer is coming in. We need another midfielder, so there you go. There's a midfielder. Boom. Right, top players. There you go. We've got 3 players on the top players list. Did I sign that striker from the last stream? No. He wouldn't sign for me. And we're getting Vidosevic. Kev would be homeless without Topher. I mean, realise he costs me more money than he's ever made me. 2 years in, I still, over the course of a year, lose money on the LOLLUJO 2. It is a money-losing proposition. Hold on, that was top young players. We must have all of them, surely. Who the hell are these guys? They don't play for us. An Argentinian goalkeeper. Do we just take him as well to be our backup? How are they picking people up for 350,000 that I'm not aware of? Don't really need him. Bristol City want to loan him. See, how's this happened? They've just bought him. Why have I not been aware of him? I probably was aware of him. He's probably been on our scout reports. And we're getting Alan Ibrahimovic as well. There you go. 3 new signings. Boom. And I suspect we now need to sell again. Just to do champs. Why? How do we keep signing players and not losing any of the budget? What on earth is going on? I'm trying to spend this money. Not too bad. I mean, that isn't too bad. The club balance nearly covers it. So I think we probably need to lose a defender. There are clubs interested in Hearn. It's probably a year too early for Hearn to leave. Or is it, if Ibrahimovic can play there as well? Ibrahimovic could literally be the new Hearn, and then Pfeiffer's in as well. It would pain me to do, but if we got a big offer for Hearn, this might be the year for him to go. Likewise, Romero. I mean, do I offer him out? He's never going to get there, is he? I don't think. He's still got 2 years to go, so he's not going to be a freebie for the Champions League. There's no way Romero gets in the Champions League squad. Because we've still got this guy as well. who's just signed, who's a different kind of defensive midfielder, but we will use him. There's no point loaning them out because then they don't become homegrown at club. If I don't want them, I may as well sell them. Yeah, Christian Webster will be back. We've signed him and sold him 3 times in the save now. He'll come back as a coach one day. He played for us down in League 2. He's played for us in the Champions League. This isn't the last you'll see of Christian Webster. He'll never fully leave. The fact that Derby in the Championship are the ones making an offer suggests he's probably not a Champions League player, which is sad. I want a good fee for him. I want the top of that range up front. I think that's fair. It's sad, but I think James Hearn is done. There's Christian Webster leaving again. It's mad. I mean, if you count the loans as well, he's now left the club 5 times in this save. Am I on his favourite personnel? I've got rid of him 5 times and he still loves me. Right then, boys and girls. First day of the new season. What an exciting time. So Walter, I guess, is still on international duty. Yeah, Caesar, Walter, Fernando, all off on international duty. Until the 10th of August, apparently. So King George starts the season in goal. New boy, Alan Ibrahimovic. There is an argument with these 2 fullbacks. How fancy am I going to get here? Because I look at those 2 fullbacks and think he's an inverted fullback, he's an inverted wingback. Are we going to get proper fancy? We might be about to go full fancy. I think you have him doing that and then him doing that. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Theoretically, as an attacking inverted wingback, I'm hoping he ends up around here. Almost up alongside Vegas. Going beyond these 2 is the thinking. We've just moved the width further forward. Tactics with Kev, boys and girls. Yep, this could indeed be Hearn's last game for the club. Which, if Hearn does leave and we decide to persist with this, it then opens up a spot in the team for this guy to come in and play as a more attacking and central midfielder. We could play him in there as a deep line playmaker. Vegas could then become an attacking midfielder, which is his best role. It's all coming together. All eyes on what Stranek and Ibrahimovic do today. That's quite important. But we start things off with a Brendan longish throw, and it doesn't work at all. Brilliant. We've only got 1 man back. Brendan's one of them, one's chasing back. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. And they missed. Brilliant. Is that Ibrahimovic with all that hair? I love him already. Look at all that hair. He is a hairy boy. Oh, my word. What has happened there? Offside, maybe? Anything won yet? Yep. Loads of stuff. Loads of stuff. Everything domestically, multiple times. Now we just want to win the Champions League. As he could be the Swedish Ibrahimovic's grandson. Yeah, and he was never renamed Ibra in game either. I needed everyone who's injured to get fit again. And the Olympics boys to come back. We're missing like 10 first-teamers from our squad today. And Navarro scored on his debut. It's offside. Is it offside? Referee, come on, just give it. So we can go very attacking and then grab a late equaliser. And then I look proper clever. I love looking clever. If from this situation we have an invincible season, I'd look like a genius. We're going to find out who the real brains of the operation with if if all my assistant managers leave. Right, it's the draw. We've not been seeded. That is problematic. After a run to the knockout rounds last year, it's a little harsh that we're not seeded. Who the hell is he? Surely he never even played in the Champions League, did he? Lee Bonis. I don't know who you are. But with those 2 caps for Northern Ireland under-21s, you certainly seem like the right calibre to be doing this draw. Goodness me. So we could play against any of those. I mean, theoretically, they should all be beatable, shouldn't they? We should be able to beat anybody in this draw. Panathinaikos it is. If we can't beat Panathinaikos over 2 legs, then we don't deserve to be in the Champions League. Please let me register the Champions League squad. I'm itching to. Actually itching. Right. He thinks we need another right back / this is because the tactic at the moment is sat there with an inverted fullback on. So the game is like, oh, you need another inverted fullback then. So it's literally gone and found me one. I imagine he's quite good, but do we need him? Probably not. That being said, if he's got 20 jumping reach, it doesn't matter if we need him, he's coming in. If he's got 20 jumping reach and 18 heading, he starts every game even if he can't play as defender. We'll just squeeze him in somewhere to score all the headers. Right, the Brazilians are due back on the 10th, which is tomorrow. We've got to do another match with King George in goal, which is not ideal. Right, first ever game at the new stadium. It's going to be interesting to see how many people turn up for it. Wouldn't it be nice if it's full? If it's not, we've got a problem. It looks quite full. Ooh, boys and girls. Let's get the actual attendance. It's full! We've filled it! That could just be because it's the first game, but if we're going to fill this every week, we should be able to expand it fairly soon, which would be lovely. This will be our biggest home league attendance ever. By about 10,000. King George is not good enough anymore, is he? I mean, we knew that 2 or 3 years ago. But it might be time to bin the sentiment and get a proper backup goalkeeper. Because King George is going to cause us problems. Our dynamics are rotten. We're trying a new tactic. And we've got a championship goalkeeper in goal. And we've got 10 players unavailable through injury in the Olympics. I'm not worried. It's fine. We'll come good. We've done a lot of rebuild this summer. When's the next bunch of academy players? End of the season, when they usually come through. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do a football. Put your flag down, you turd. That was never offside. Boo and hiss. Boo and hiss. Right, come on. We need to not lose our first game in the new ground. Is that too much to ask? There we go. There we go. There you go. We're still unbeaten in the new stadium. That's the important thing. And now Walter and his buddies will be back for the next match. And Walter, quite important, despite them winning. Does that mean they won the Olympics? Was that the final? Oh yeah, I've got Olympic gold medalists. Oh no, that's the Copa America. Hold on. Hold on. What squad goes to the Olympics? Is it the under 20? It's the under 23s, isn't it? No, they have just won the Olympics. Okay. So, if we do auto, it definitely doesn't work. So, let's have a look. Who doesn't need... Where's Machinaka? Right, Machinaka does need registering. He's too old to qualify under that. So that might mean the end for Machinaka. Although, I don't really understand. Because he is 20 years or younger on that date. And he has been here 2 years. Because he's only got 318 days left on his work permit. So he must... Unless did he sign in January? But then how does that work? He signed in January. So he hasn't actually been here 2 years. He signed in January 20... But then how has he only got less than a year left? I don't understand. I don't understand. Right. Brace yourselves, boys and girls, for some unhappy players. We might be about to be doing a last couple of weeks of the window fire sale. Let's see who gets unhappy about it. Oh, now Brendan's picked up an injury as well. Lovely. No one's unhappy yet. Maybe they're all fine with it. Wouldn't that be a thing? I suspect that's not going to be how it works out. See how much he would cost. 16.5 million. At least he's got potential. Let's get him. Go. Just hoovering up anyone homegrown in Scotland. So yeah, Machinaka in the summer. Caesar becomes homegrown in Nation in the summer as well. And then the following summer, Edson, Romero won't get club anymore, so he's just Nation. But Edson, Vegas, Walter, Stranak, and Fernando all become homegrown at club in 2 years. So 2 years' time, we're laughing. We never have to worry about this stuff again. We'll try. Next time we get to look at register. In fact, can I go and do a mock one now? Yeah. So let's see if that would let us do that. So if we add him in. So he's not even, doesn't even count as homegrown at club, despite the fact he's homegrown at the club for Premiership. I don't even know how this works anymore. So even our own youth players don't count as homegrown at club. He's the captain. He's going to show up today. He's going to get a couple of goals and sort us out into the Champions League. And if it doesn't work like that, we just play someone else in the second leg. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Stop worrying. Here we go. Pervert corner incoming. Up the perverts. Oh, look at us. Look at us. We're filth. We are the perverts. Come on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The former Celtic wonder kid. They're just saving it for when it's too late for me to do anything about it. I've played Football Manager before. I know what's happening. Look at Stranak's positioning. See, I told you Brendan was going to be the man today. I love how Stranak is playing in this system. Right, so we're not going to fiddle with anything now. I think we just leave this as is and give them another opportunity to get upset. It's annoying that they're not going to. Because I want to know who's upset so we know who to sell. I would like them to kick off now. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Right, let's try and calm them down. And if that doesn't work, then we sell them. Right, let's beat Celtic. That'll cheer us all up. Not that we need cheering up. We're all having a lovely time, but it will cheer us up. Let's football them off the park with our beautiful possession football. Our beautiful, crisp passing. That was a weird clearance from Vidosevic. I'm not very happy with it. I think Celtic are going to score here. Ah! Ibrahimovic is a tall boy. How did he not head that away properly? That whole move was hideous. 2 stupid mistakes in there from new players. Get rid of all the new players and get me my old ones back. We've done a transfer window here for the future, not for this year. We've got to convince the fans that's okay. Trust the process. Yes, we've won the league 2 years in a row, but we're not going to win it this year. What we are going to do is win the Champions League in 2 years, though, and you've got to trust me on that one. That's the important thing, fans. Come on, gentlemen. Do that fancy football again. We're going on a run that starts here, I've decided. I don't know who Martin is. Should I know who Martin is? Stranak, lovely. We've not actually sold out for this match, which I'm going to choose not to be alarmed about. While I remember, boys and girls, as well, while you're all still here, worth remembering, we have a rare Friday night stream this week. There's no stream Saturday or Sunday this week because I'm busy. So the next stream after tonight will be Friday night. I don't remember the last time I streamed Football Manager on a Friday night. It's been a while. Yeah. We're in the Champions League, everybody. Easy peasy. Never in doubt. Where'd Marcus Vinicius go? I mean, I think he's probably still in Brazil. I've not heard anything about him doing a transfer. Beautiful stuff. Look at us go. We're good at football. Oh, look at Stranak. Look at him. I love him. He's having an absolutely storming game. As long as he doesn't have to do any defending, he's amazing. I've got my very own Zinchenko. When we're the better team and have all the possession, he looks like a world beater. Against Celtic, when he actually has to play as a left back, nightmare. But in this kind of game, he's incredible. Well, that's been very comfortable, getting past this slot. Never really in doubt. Oh, Diaz finally has a goal as well. Now we can sell Brendan. That guy we looked at before is no longer interested, it seems. Do we just buy him? Just use him for a year as a little bit of Scottish experience? I think I'm going to. Walter tried his best to convince him, but he said he'd choose a club solely on its merits rather than existing relationships. Boo. What a turd. Wowzers, we've got some big matches there. All together now. And Spurs. Man United and Bayern, though. I mean, yeah, as much as I like to mock Spurs, it is a little bit harsh that they're a pot 4 club just because they've been Spursy. Oh, God, it's him. Oh, no, not him. Oh, no. That's the kind of thing nightmares are fueled by. My arch nemesis is manager of Spurs. Right, where are we? We're 75th. So we're much better. Everyone's better than Spurs. Look at them. That's pathetic. They're marginally better than Wigan. Oh, they're so pathetic. 12 million for Machinaka. Yeah, I think we just do it. He's been moaning for a year. Just get him gone. And then the other two have to hit a 7.5 in training to get in the squad. So if they do that, we'll worry about it then. I doubt they're anywhere near it at the moment. Come on, boys. Let's do a football. How's the attendance? We're maxed out, aren't we, still? Looks maxed out. Yeah, maxed out. I think we're just going to fill the place every match. I don't think we need to worry about that. We could probably ask for an expansion now. Oh, what is happening? So, yeah. It'll be fine. See, it'll be fine. Fernando's getting better and better all the time, which is nice. And plus, Machinaka gets Machinaka out of his way, which is good. What's he doing out there? He's supposed to be our attacking midfielder. Get in the middle where he's supposed to be. Oh, he's causing problems. That's what he's doing. Stranak, the star man. I love that man. Get me an East Fife shirt with Stranak on the back. They've both come from the same club as well, so they should be used to playing together. Even if the rest of the team isn't. Diaz and Navarro have probably been playing together for the last 10 years. At both club and international level. So you'd like to think they should have something of a relationship and an understanding. And there's Diego Diaz. Come on! As long as we perform well in the Champions League and keep getting in it, we'll win it in the next 2 or 3 years. It'll be fine. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I moved Walter. Whoops. How did that happen? Hang on. That's what I was trying to do. Good spot, boys and girls. I mean, Walter's probably good enough to play there. But that's what I was trying to do. I guess if we can't sign him, the next best outcome is him staying in Brazil with that £18 million release clause. And we try again next window. For as long as he's still there with that clause, he's theoretically attainable at some point. Right, Machinaka's done. It's a shame it didn't work out, but he's a victim of our success. And he's gone there and he's going to earn lots of money there. So I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll go on to become a very good player. But he was too disruptive here. Right, now Wharton is coming in. And this is where we figure out if we can register him without having to unregister somebody. Or else we do have a problem. Right, so Wharton. But you're telling me if I register someone from the under 90, I don't think this will work. But you lot are convinced it will. So because he's homegrown at club and homegrown in nation, no, I didn't think that would work. This is why I should never listen to you lot. Who thought that would work? Several people in the chat. I think Devontae Smith comes out and maybe goes out on loan again. Wharton's definitely worth 22 million because we needed a midfielder and now we've got one. Right, I don't want him to go to somewhere that we're not going to get his salary paid. I mean, hopefully once he sees Spurs, he'll be like, actually, I'll come to you after all, Kev. No. Why on earth would he want to go there rather than coming to us? They're not even as good as Hull. Oh, God. Smith goes out on loan, for goodness sake. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Well, we play them in a week. He's going to score against us, and I'm going to cry. Right, 50 caps for Scotland for Wharton. Let's do a football. Football! The flipping heck has just happened there. Wasn't even paying attention. Brilliant. Good work, Pfeiffer. He's been a ball-winning midfielder for, what, a minute? And got himself sent off. Outstanding work. Beat me in the match engine! Not with all these stupid shenanigans. Penalties, red cards. For goodness sake, Football Manager. I really hope they've fixed some of this 20-year-old out-of-date Game II nonsense when a new game comes out. I don't care about the graphics. It can look like this forever for all I care. Oh, your dynamics are only average. We're going to make everything go. You're going to have an injury crisis. You're going to give away penalties. You're going to get red cards. You're going to have... You remember that guy who scored 20 goals a season for the last 5 years? He's never going to score again. Oh, why is that? No reason. He's just never going to score again. Because you signed 5 new players in different positions, so he's never going to score again for you. Oh, at least he'll still do like positive contributions to the match. He'll still be a good player. Oh, no, he won't. He's going to look awful forevermore now. What's that? You want a second penalty? What is happening? I hate it. Oh, my word. But we're not allowed to win. I imagine the next email I get is I'm not allowed to use this system anymore. You know, the one that's won the league 2 years in a row. Won't be allowed to use it now for 6 matches. Because the game's decided that this isn't going to work anymore. Come on, Gregory. Look how fast he is. I love how fast he is. There you go, Brendan. Here we go. When we're down to 10 men, because of how Stranak plays, it just looks like we've got 11 rather than the usual 12 that we have. Please, can we have another goal? I've been very good. I've been behaving myself. I've said nothing but nice things about you, Football Manager. I probably deserve another goal. No. Brilliant. Here we go. Disallow that, ref. You know what to do. Penalty. Penalty! That's a penalty kick, referee! The referee's called Kevin. He's on my side, as he's demonstrated multiple times in this football match already. What with the red card and the 2 penalties given against me. This would be the greatest victory in the history of association football if we pull this off. Come on, little Kev. Come on! Right, we should probably do something about that defence. Oh! Bravo's so quick. How did he not get there first? Oh. Right, come on. Do another goal. It's end-to-end stuff. It's like a basketball game at the moment. Now we'll take the final whistle, please. That's the kind of match where it feels like the world's against you. That feels like a turning point for morale and dynamics and all that kind of stuff. Because the whole world was against us there and we won anyway. Oh, my word. Canuto's now upset about not being in the Champions League squad, so let's give him a target as well. I'd say it's pointless. Don't care. I'm not in the least bit interested in any complaints if you're not willing to work for this. There we go. He might be finished. Oh, God, I've made it infinitely worse. I didn't know he had friends. Who agrees with me? Fernando and Vidosevic are my two best mates now, captain and vice captain. I mean, the window's closed, but we'll send him anywhere. Does he want to go to Turkey for 6 months? Now, there's two outcomes potentially that could happen here. Either I am a motivational genius and I fix everything. Secondly, probably going to upset Fernando and Vidosevic by being a coward. And they'll all turn against me. Hi, Walter. We're not sure what you have against him, but it's concerning. I mean, how did I not realise that picking on one of the Brazilians would cause all the other Brazilians to gang up on me? I didn't realise this would cause a problem. In that case, I can only apologise and promise to think of alternates. Yeah, I mean, what is that promise going to do? It will result in a promise, but I don't know what the promise is. Well, I'll just make that promise, but I don't know what the promise is. They're all satisfied. That was productive, guys. What on earth have I promised to do? 91 days, reduce the number of unhappy players. I mean, you are them, Clemilson. You are they. Right, so now we're just loaning him out, because then by removing him, that does reduce the number of unhappy players. We've gone from very good to average club atmosphere. I can't terminate the contract. He's a Brazilian wonder kid. There's no way I can terminate it. The game won't allow it. He's earning too much money and he's too good. The board will just block it. Never talking to a player again. Right, come on then. Let's just win the football match and not worry about any of the rest of this nonsense. Looking around this shiny new ground that he could have been playing in as our new captain and hero. Yeah, he did sign for them. Offside referee. I don't need no help. What do you think this is? A democracy? It isn't. Oh, Fernando's in. Fernando, surely. Come on. Yeah. The roles change from match to match in midfield and up and out wide. It's always been a feature of the way we play. It now just, they change at fullback as well because the players we've got at fullback suit this better. And it's not just that one of them does, they both suit this better. So we may as well play them in their best roles like we always try to. But that's offside, referee. That was very offside. We're still attacking. We probably shouldn't have stayed attacking. Oh, look! Up to his old antics now. God, I hate this guy. And I hate this tactic. Now I am going to bed. He didn't start with it. But now he's doing it, isn't he? Just to upset me. I hate it. I hate it and I hate him. I can't get any more tactical and technical than that. Do a goal. Idiots. Where's my beverage? Empty. I'm just going to lick the can. Right, boys and girls, with that, I'm going to bed. Because I'm very upset. Remember, next stream is Friday. Not Thursday. Friday, which means thankfully none of you will be watching when I get sacked. So it's fine. Then we can just stream again on like Monday.